Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, girls and boys and girls. Welcome back to our channel, Inspirational Minutes with David. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications, and let you know that our channel's back on. Yes, you know I'm always going to talk about the audacity of woke. I have to, right? Right? So, the audacity of woke, Amazon.com, Kindle, softcover, hardcover, and also audio book. Welcome back. Welcome back to our channel, Inspirational Minutes with David. Just have a little bit of time with you today to talk about some things. How has your week been? Thank you. My week was pretty good too. It was alright. It was a little busy as always, but we're gonna get through the week and push on through the weekend. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications. Yes, and let you know that our channel is back on. And we're back to do our thing, to have a small little conversation about things that we need to know. Things I want you to know. Things that I know that I want to share with you. So, welcome back Inspirational Minutes with David. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Like right now, share the news and share the information. Share it. Hit the like button. Thank you. It helps the channel to grow. I know I'm being very redundant, but hey, I have to do this if we want to grow. Thank you in advance. Thank you in advance. Today, our Inspirational Minutes with David today is entitled, "What Did I Do to You?" I'm gonna tell you why I entitled that title to the weekend. Let's get it on. Thank you, Miss Judy. She just come back from her vacation. Thank you. Let's have a shot for Miss Judy. Thank you. Let's go. What did I do to you? All right. I'm going to tell you before I end this bill today why I entitled this title that title. You know, it's funny. It's funny how we believe in aliens but struggle to believe in ourselves. Like, how funny is it that we can imagine life on distant places but doubt our own dreams here on Earth? How selectively imaginative we are. Like, come on now. I mean, I get it. I do. The ideal of wild forms of life existing on the surface of a celestial body light years away. True. That's fascinating. But what about the undiscovered wild forms of life that exist right here inside our own celestial body? Isn't that worthy of our fascination too? Question mark. I just want to know. I mean, people talk about the way I think, my thought process on things of how life began, my thought process about, the JAB, my thought process about the pandemic, my thought process about his story. I mean, golly, what did I do to you? Huh? And we're going to tell you why I screamed that out. It was screamed to me almost 30-something years ago. Now, let's forget outer space for a second and come back to the stardust palpitating in your heart. Now, when your heart beats faster with joy, it's for a reason. And we can never forget that reason. We can never forget why our heart was beating that fast of joy. Otherwise, we can run the risk of not knowing who we really are. And then life gets perplexing. Life gets perplexed. It gets confusing, uncertain, complicated, difficult. The imagination begins to calcify and the stardust begins to settle until we finally stop dreaming altogether. Because we stop believing in ourselves. We stop believing in ourselves. Now, on the other hand, when we wholly trust ourselves, our problems become opportunities for growth. Failure becomes the feedback we need to succeed, and fear, fake expectations appearing real fear, becomes our sign that it's time for courage to enter the room. Remember this: courage collapse all time. Courage collapse timelines and advances, growth, and evolution. It's through embodying courage that we jump dimensions into one where we are more true and fearless versions of self. Yeah, that's the way I think. I mean, wow, whatever do to you? Huh? Not fearless because the scary things are no longer there. But fearless because those scary things are no longer an obstacle for us to move forward. Now, if we can imagine life on other celestial bodies, we can also imagine more life, less fear in this one as well. Don't let the stardust settle. You see, people ask me and question my mind, the way I think. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 things. I think I talked about this before that fascinate me. Where we actually exist and who/what created this enclosed realm and put us here. The current biogenetic modification of humans and all life forms being made synthetic/artificial. 3. Interdimensional, extraterrestrial, and paranormal existence. And 4. What kind of ocean creatures exist in the waters above the firmament? Above the firmament. Yeah, that's how I think. Whatever do to you. You know. Now, if I learned anything from life, is that sometimes the darkest times can bring us to the brightest places. I learned that the most toxic people can teach us the most imperative lessons, and that our most painful struggles can grant us the most necessary growth. Trust me, I know. Everything I just said, I've been through it. And that the most heartbreaking losses of friendship, love, can make room for the most wonderful, terrific, exquisite, delightful people. I learned that what seems like a curse in the moment can actually be a blessing. And that what seems like the end of the road is actually just the discovery that we are meant to travel down a different path. I learned no matter how difficult things seem, there's always hope. And I learned that no matter how powerless we feel or how horrible things seem, we must not give up. We can't give up. We have to keep going. It's not matter how fast you go. Just don't stop. Even when it's scary. Even when all of our strength seems gone. We have to keep picking ourselves back up and moving forward. Because whatever we're battling at the moment, it will pass. This too shall pass. And we'll make it through the difficult times. Trust me. I know. And if we made it this far, we can make it through whatever awaits us and whatever comes next. Whatever do to you. I had to say that before I'm about to say next. What I'm about to get ready to say next, okay? Let me get you ready. Are you ready? There's no one coming to save you. The all in which we define as the Most High God universe is omnipotent and omnipresent, meaning it exists in all things and always there due to that. People might think that it's in the sky, yet it's in you. It's in you. It's a part of you. It is watching you through you. Like a security camera that always allows you to view a location and record data. I talked about this last week. Your eyes are the camera and the Most High uses to record your experiences. I have to bring this up again because people ask me, like, where do you get these thoughts? Whatever do to you? Huh? You see, everyone has a camera. So I talked about this. And we're hooked up to the one's observer memory storage device. Even if no one knows what you've done. Like I said before, the higher you always knows what you've done. That is why integrity puts you in the highest vibration possible. It states, I wouldn't do to another what I wouldn't want to be done to me. Because I know everything is me and return back to me. You see, that's the way I think. I'm a critical thinker. I try to think outside the box. Always. And peep this. Peep this, what I'm about to say. When we understand deeply that we see, that what we see is a reflection of who we are and how we are choosing to perceive it, we can then choose to perceive in a positive, uplifting manner. Thus, we can be careful how we view things, how we view. I work with eyes, how we view things, or interrupt them, or interpret them, as our very sin affects the quality of that thing. Also, we should always be conscious that when a person sees something profoundly, deeply it becomes a part of him or her. And therefore, thereby, choose to create a better reality for ourselves with positive vision. When we immediately see something as negative, we need to go back into ourselves where the light is being absorbed and change the refraction. If we can imagine something that's being wonderful and positive, we can see it that way. And when we see it that way, it becomes that way. When we view an event or a person in a positive light, we actually create positive energy, which changes and alters the very nature of that event or person. Listen. Change your mind. Evolve. I've been going with you guys on what? Almost 3 years. About the same thing. A lot of times that, I notice my channel grows in increments, slowly. People get on, people watch it a little bit, then they get off because my mindset, the way I try to, turn your thinking back. Because everything that was told you and everything that you were taught in his story, reverse it. And that's often where the truth lies. Okay? Everything that we learn up to this point in our lives, we must reverse it to his story. What about your story? Her story? Their story? Like I said before, it's in the library where the lies are buried. Whatever it do to you. And I'm about to end this inspirational minutes with David, this short time that we have together. And the reason why I named this bill, whatever it do to you. When I was, I'm 56 now. When I was 22 years old. 22 years old. I found myself in a place I didn't want to be. I was 22, 23, something like that. It was in the early 90s, 1990. And I was in a field. Walked out, grabbing an Aggie hoe, a garden hoe. They call it an Aggie. With other young kings who didn't even know they were kings. Other young men who were still boys mentally at that time. And I remember going out to the fields, and they call it hitting on it, with the garden hoe and the grass that we were chopping down, because we was in rows of 15 to 20 rows, sections, men, boys I should say, young men, 17 to about 22. And we were chopping down high grass, not with a lawn mower or a machine, but with a garden Aggie hoe. 1, 2, 3, 4 step, flip it over. Yeah, that part. Very cognizant of that. I can't forget it. And I remember the guy, the officer, with the gun, with the gray Confederate uniform on, right? In Texas, in August, the hottest of all months in Texas. Southern Texas, no, I take that back. Central Texas. Cursing everyone out. And then he made his verbal judo to my pad. Cursing me out. The third day, fourth day I was out there hitting on it, picking cotton, picking vegetables, having a bag, picking cotton. I know what it's like. Circa 1990, I thought it was 1842. And he was belittling me. He was cursing me. He was disrespecting me as not only as a man, but as a human being. And I told him, Officer Mac, you can't talk to me like that. At that age, I was 22. The beginning stages of my awakening. I said, you cannot talk to me like that. He said, I can say what the fuck I want to say. In my mind, can you now? I said, well, no, sir. Well, you know what, Butler? Put down your aggie. Put your hands behind your back. I followed orders. I put down the garden hose, and I put my hand behind my back. I said, you can't talk to me that way, sir. He ran his horse up on me. Almost, right here in my face with his hand on his gun. He said, you're nothing. Where you from? I said, Dallas, Texas. Okay, Slick, no, my mom didn't call me by any type of colloquials as Slick. My name is David Butler. Well, I can say what the fuck I want to say. No, you can't, sir. You can't. Not by your general rules and conduct as an officer. PD 22, Article 44, 13, 401, Section 1.10b. Small b, that is, VACS, Procedure 14. Malicious use or profane language toward an inmate, client of the state is prohibited. And by the way, sir, Rule 21, harassment, discrimination. Rule 19, improper, untidy uniform. You don't even have a name tag on, sir. What the? Get back in line. The next day, because that night we went in, I wrote him up. I-127, a grievance. The next day, I knew he was going to come for me. We're back in the fields, picking cotton. Yeah, 1990. Sultry, 103 degrees. With a heat index of 113. Butler! Butler! Riding his horse. Butler! All up on me. Put your aggie down. I complied. Put your hands behind your back. I complied. Butler, because I knew he got the grievance. I knew they made him cognizant of what I wrote up. My way of thinking. Even in a young 22-year-old young male becoming a male. He said, Butler. Yes, sir. We friends, right? No, sir. I mean, you're all right with me. Butler? I know you had a Dallas. Yes, sir. And, thought we was all right, Butler. No, sir. I like to be respected, sir. I know I may put myself in a situation that I put myself in, and I take full accountability. Standing with my hands behind my back, looking right in his eyes. But I'm still a man, sir. Will always be a man, sir. I know, Butler. I know. I just thought we was all right. No, sir. Do not like to be disrespected. I just gotta ask you one thing, Butler. Shoot your question, sir. I might have an answer. And it's Question was, Butler, whatever it do to you, whatever it do to you. And that next day, I was out the fields. I'm gonna leave you in peace. Positive energy always create positive evolution or positive evolution. And if I love myself, I love you. I love you. I love you. And if you love you, then guess what? I love myself. You see, wisdom is knowing I am nothing. Okay? Love is knowing I am everything. And between the two, my life moves. I love you. I love you in truth. Peace.